And we go over to the floor exercise where the rivals, the Cincinnati team, Karin Lichey, member of the U.S. senior national team. She's an 18-year-old senior in high school. She's also in the all-around running.
Cincinnati team has excellent tumbling. They're very strong in floor exercise tumbling, and a lot of the credit must go to Steve Elliott, one of their coaches there. He was an excellent tumbler in his own right. And here comes a full twisting double back in the pike position. Very difficult.
Big grin on her face at the end of that routine.
She's happy to land that. I saw her over-rotated in her 3-touch warm-up, 3-minute touch. Again, on the floor exercise, explosive, powerful tumbling combined with graceful and elegant and dynamic floor dance movements. And the front tumbling, that was a double full. Very difficult to do.
Heather Brink's score on the beam just came in at a 9.175. Not a good score, but probably won't toss them out of the lead.
We're seeing some dramatic movement and poses on the floor exercise here. Well, she sets up for her final tumbling run. Front tumbling, a Rudy that was 1.5 twists into a back layout. A very nice job. It looks like she had fun out there too.
And so Karin Lichey completes her floor exercise routine. We'll have that score plus performances by Shannon Miller and Jaycie Phelps when we return. Welcome back. Lichey's score on the floor, 9.625. Everyone is watching now as Shannon Miller comes up for her third rotation, a beam routine that ought to knock our socks off.
She is the current world champion on this event, so it doesn't get much better than this. In her mount, a front on into an immediate jump. A little bit of a pause there, but not a big deal at all. Shannon is so precise, deliberate, exact on this event, and that is why she is the world champion. Look at her toes and her legs. You'll never see them separate at all.
Every detail.
Her hand positioning, her body positioning, the way that she straightens her legs. And here comes her tumbling pass. That handspring, layout, step out to a perfect landing. She also owns a silver medal on this event from the '92 Olympic Games.
5 medals won at those games, but not a gold medal at the Olympic level. But she's won more gold medals at World Championships than any other American.
That's correct.
We should remind you again that her club, the Dynamos, only have 4 contestants for the rest of the meet, and they're counting the top 4 scores. No room for mistakes here.
I don't think we can expect much mistake from Shannon. The one thing she was having trouble with during warm-ups was her full twisting double back dismount, which is coming up. And she had problems with it at USA Championships. She put her hands down, so she doesn't want to under-rotate. And she doesn't. A step on the landing, but she'd rather be a little over-rotated than under-rotated.
There's a big hug from Steve Nuno. Shannon Miller is now 3/4 of the way through. Now Jaycie Phelps is our final performer on the floor exercise in this rotation, and she is the best hope for Cincinnati to regain the team lead.
But remember, she's performing all new tumbling passes, and this first one is just incredible, incredibly difficult, and very difficult to land and do well because it's front tumbling. She's going to do a front through to a front handspring double front, and I'll explain as soon as you see it. And she sat it down. In warm-ups, I saw her stick it. See, again, this is really unfortunate, but this is the kind of meet that they're going to take these risks. She's not qualifying for Olympic trials. It's not a world championship event. This is the meet that you need to fine-tune those skills.
Now, she landed on a little crash pad, a very narrow one. We don't see that in international competition.
No, it's not allowed in international competition, but we're going by what's called age group rules, and that is allowed in this competition. And her second tumbling pass is a double full. That's also new, a front double full.
Shannon Miller's mark, by the way, on the beam, a 9.9. Highest score of the meet so far.
A great score. Jaycie's a little bit more reserved than her elder teammate Amanda Borden on this event. If anyone's familiar with her, she's very outgoing and radiant. But I think as Jaycie gets more comfortable, she'll feel more comfortable with her dance and expression. Though she's quite elegant for a 15-year-old. Her final tumbling pass, a triple full, very difficult tumbling. She's having a little difficulty on the landings, but overall some new stuff, and she did a good job. A
finish with a flourish. We'll be back with Jaycie Phelps' score on the floor exercise, and we'll see how these teams are doing in the overall quest for the team title. Back at the Kodak Invitational, one rotation remains. Dynamo is still holding the lead over Cincinnati in the team competition. And in the individual all-around action, to no one's great surprise, Shannon Miller has a very commanding lead. Karin Lichey is now in second place, and Jaycie Phelps dropped out of the running with her 9.225 on the floor exercise.
Okay. And really show this off. We'll put a lot of work into it. Let's show it, okay? Most important is good, clean tumbling, and then really get into the routine, okay? All right, let's get it. Come on now.
In spite of all of Shannon Miller's already success, she does rely heavily on Steve Nuno for that little pre-event pep talk.
And this is the debut of a brand new routine for her for the 1995 season. Her first tumbling pass, she's going to try to include a lot into that diagonal spot. So 2 whip backs through a full in.
Shannon Miller already has the high score in 3 of the 4 individual events. This is the one she has not yet performed. We'll see if she can do it. 9.675 is the current high score by Karin Lichey, who's currently in second in the all-around.
It's my guess that Shannon knows that she needs this great floor routine to make it a sweep, and she's such an intense competitor. She's going to go after that right now.
All these young pre-teens sitting around the floor yelling, "Go Shannon."
A reminder that she was the 1993 world champion on the floor exercise. And watch for this first tumbling pass. It's a lot of tumbling. 2 whip backs, flip-flop, flip-flop, full twisting, double back to a great landing. And here comes the personality. Here comes the showing off that Steve Nuno was talking about. Into another immediate tumbling pass, a Rudy through to a layout. And a smile. The audience is really getting involved. This is a jazzy type exercise. Shannon's old routine was very classical and elegant, more balletic, and now she's really involving the crowd. This is a fun thing for her. Her third tumbling pass, a front full to immediate front handspring. It's not over. She too will be doing 4 tumbling passes.
Ooh,
a little bobble. Gymnastics team gets some choreography help from a Romanian choreographer, Irena Mulligadru, as well as Peggy Liddick. Originally, she was supposed to end with a full twisting double back. Let's see if she goes for it here. She ends with a double pike, a little safer, but a perfect landing. And a dynamic performance for Shannon Miller. Very uncharacteristic floor routine for her. I really enjoyed it.
That might just be the thing to turn some of the judges a little bit more towards her.
No, that was wild.
So you stepped in that hole.
Again, Steve right there at the edge. Let's take a look at that last routine, that last tumbling run.
This is her final tumbling run. Takes a little breather. Remember, she did 4 tumbling passes. Just incredible. Takes a tremendous amount of stamina. A double pike, 2 flips backward, in a pike position, tight body, and she lands it very well. She really showed it off tonight.
All right.